If I wanted to beat skinny fat in 2024, I would follow the exact 21-day plan I'm giving you in this video. It's made for petite women so that you can really see some results in the new year. And I'm gonna be brutally honest in this video. And in this video, I'm gonna be taking my 7 years of experience helping thousands of petite women beat skinny fat, also my own personal journey, and all of my work that I've done with our dietitians and our health board of advocates to give you the best possible advice I could give you to start losing the fat as a petite and start toning up. I'm also gonna help you try to figure out exactly how to tailor this to your needs individually, and it's also already tailored to short women specifically. I also have to give a shout out to our community. A few months ago, I started asking you guys to help me get our subscriber numbers up, and I am so excited to say it's working. You guys are subscribing, and the number of people who watch my videos is now, they're more subscribed compared to as before. So please give this video a like and subscribe. Give this video a like if you want to have good energy going into the new year, spread it around, and if you're excited for this video content. So I have to start by sharing that I'm coming from a place of understanding. I am 5'1". I am now around 112 to 114 pounds any given day, but I wasn't always in the body I am in right now. Over the last decade or more, I have gone through the gamut. If you've been following me, you've seen I've shared my health journey, and I have beat the skinny fat look or phenomenon over the years and did it the hard way for many years. And now I just want to help you guys get results way faster. And the key is to understanding how your body works as a petite and doing what works for you, training smarter, not harder. Because when we follow these programs and plans, diet plans, cardio plans that are made for average or taller size women, they don't work for us. We end up overworking and under eating and not getting the results we're looking for. So I'm gonna make sure you avoid all those pitfalls. And if you're not sure if you're skinny fat or not, it's basically a lack of muscle tone. You can see in these pictures here that I used to be skinny fat. It's not necessarily related to the number on the scale. For me, I was a little bit heavier in these photos, but it was really just I had no muscle tone and lots of excess fat. And even when I went through my first body recomp, I didn't actually lose any weight. I just lost fat and gained muscle. And so I changed my body composition for the better. You can see in these photos that I was able to change my body really successfully in 12 weeks when I was doing the right things. I spent many years before the 12 weeks literally like failing, not seeing results. But when I finally got it to work, it took me 12 weeks to go from this photo to this photo. And then since then, this is me now. This is more of an updated photo. This is just how I live, and it has worked and sustained itself over the last decade. So yeah, skinny fat is really characterized by a lack of muscle, feeling like flabby, having cellulite, and not feeling like strong in your body. You might go on a diet and then step on the scale and see the number went down, but when you step in front of the mirror, you notice you still have a belly, you still feel like you're flabby, or just like you're not as confident as you want to be, or feel as strong as you want to be. So the goal of this 21-day plan is to help increase your muscle mass, gain some strength, and start to reverse the skinny fat phenomenon by changing your body composition. So the goal has to be during this phase to build muscle and to not lose muscle, but to predominantly lose fat, because we don't want to just lose the weight and then end up losing muscle. We want to specifically lose fat. Another goal is we want to protect our mind and our body in the process. No one wants to go on a 21-day restrictive diet that ends up putting them in such a terrible place mentally going into the new year. So this 21-day plan is going to be nourishing and make you feel good and strong and happy in your body as a petite, not depleted, tired, exhausted, fill in the blank. And then thirdly, a goal for this 21-day plan is that it's not just 21 days, that it is sustainable, it can last you a long time. It's not just, you know, a quick fix or something you follow for a little bit. However, if you do follow it for 21 days, you're going to see such good changes. You're going to feel so motivated. You're going to feel like how much energy, you're going to see the fat come off. You're gonna wanna keep going. And the advice I'm giving you is not just advice of someone who did trial and error. I'm a certified personal trainer, a certified nutritionist. I work with a team of dietitians and a health board of advocates, which include doctors and physios and the works. I've also helped thousands of petite women go through this transformation themselves. So it doesn't just work for me and my body. I'm not special, I'm not unique. It works for the petite body frame, meaning 5'4" and under. That's what it's meant to be used for. So yes, definitely go share this with all your short friends going into New Year so you can do it together, or alternatively join my community, the Powerhouse, and then you'll have an automatic new 500 petite besties to do this with, which is great. Why wouldn't you do that? You know, it'd be fun. So I'm gonna take you through 5 simple pillars of the 21-day plan. It's just 5 things that you gotta do every day to see the results, and you gotta do it for 21 days consistently. So step number 1 in this plan is to eat your breakfast. As a petite woman, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. This is because a lot of times we skip breakfast, and there are so many studies to support this. When you skip breakfast, you end up eating back those calories and way more later in the day. How many of you have skipped breakfast, had like a salad for lunch, and then by the time you get to dinner, you are ravenous, you eat everything you eat, whatever is in sight, you're up late eating, it just doesn't work. So for us petite women, we need to front load our calories by eating a substantial high protein breakfast. And I want this breakfast to be at least 400 calories, okay? Mine is sometimes, actually it's right now about 500 calories. I'll show you right here what I'm eating right now. I'm eating a bowl of oatmeal with protein powder. It has a powdered peanut butter in it. It has flaxseed that's ground up and chia seeds that are whole, that's for fiber. And I also add a Lily's peanut butter cup, which is a stevia sweetened chocolate peanut butter cup. It's delicious. And I also add cacao nibs for fiber and healthy fats. And cacao nibs are not chocolate, they're the cocoa bean. They're like the bean that they make chocolate from, so there's no added sugar. All in all, this protein oats keeps me so satisfied. Like I am not hungry until lunch, and I eat it in the morning after I train. So you want a substantial breakfast like that. Make sure it has 30 to 40 grams of protein in it. Really set yourself up for success by eating a substantial high protein, high fiber breakfast in the morning. This is also going to help maximize your metabolic efficiency all day, because if you start off the day by skipping meals and not eating until 1, or you're intermittent fasting, you're basically telling your body to hoard calories, to slow down, to store fat. We want the opposite. We want your body to say, oh my gosh, I have energy, let me put it to use. Put it into your workouts, have energy and keep things moving. Because if you just don't eat, your body will slow down, your metabolism will slow down, and you will not be burning fat throughout your day. If you don't like protein oats, you can also opt for an egg and tofu dish. I make scrambled eggs and just mash in tofu, add curry, add spices. It tastes amazing. I've been doing that a lot recently. You can also opt for a protein chia pudding. Whatever feels good for you, that's what you need to do, and choose between 1 to 2 breakfasts that you'll rotate throughout the next 21 days that will get you those nutritional things checked off the list. Step 2, here is the exact nutrition plan you're gonna follow for 21 days. If you're new to counting macros, this will be new to you. You don't have to count macros, but at least keep a food journal for a few days and find out what the ratio is of the foods that you're eating. Ideally, you wanna be close to 40% of your diet being carbohydrates, 35% of your diet going to protein, and 25% of your diet going to fats. Now, this is a rough breakdown and it's a relatively high protein diet, but I want you to be getting at least 100 grams of protein per day as a petite on this 21-day plan. The protein has the effect of boosting your metabolism, and it does this by requiring your body to use more calories and spend more energy breaking it down in your system than fats or carbohydrates. So protein is going to boost your metabolism. It's going to keep you full and satiated, which is key to a successful muscle building, metabolism boosting diet. And to get 100 grams of protein every day as a petite, I just recommend that you write out your meals, plan them loosely, and try to hit around that 100 grams a day mark. And if you really want to go the extra mile, follow the macro ratio more or less. It doesn't have to be perfectly, but more or less for what you're looking for, because we are looking at the composition of your diet, not just the calories in your diet. In fact, in this 21-day plan, I don't even really care how many calories you're eating. Let's change what you're eating, and that's gonna have a huge impact on even how much you're able to eat, because you're gonna be so full and satiated on the protein and the fiber and eating earlier in the day that you're not gonna wanna snack. You're not gonna wanna have all those sugar cravings or the chocolate or desserts that you might be used to binging on later in the night. This is going to set you up for success. I also recommend that you stay within the range on the hunger scale of a 5 to 6. So if you finish a meal, you should be satiated, happy, full, but not stuffed. And that's a good enough marker for this 21-day challenge to assess how much you should be eating. Stick in that 6 range, 6 out of 10 fullness, so you're feeling good. And if you don't go too far over that, you're gonna be in a good sweet spot. Also, along with this step 2 nutritional side of the 21-day plan, it helps to have windows when you're gonna eat. Because if you don't have structured meals throughout the day, you end up grazing all day, right? You just end up eating like cheese crackers in the afternoon, and then you're like weirdly hungry at 10 p.m. and then you wake up and you're not hungry because you ate at 10. None of that. Have some windows that you eat. My windows are like pretty loose, but they still give me enough structure. So in the morning, I finish training, I'm gonna eat breakfast anywhere from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay, you have time in there, you got options. And then lunch, I'm having anywhere from 12 to 2 p.m. And dinner, I'm having anywhere from 5 to 7 p.m. And I might have a snack between lunch and dinner, or I might have dessert after dinner, but still have windows and structure for your meals so that you don't just graze all day. That's going to just keep your insulin levels slightly elevated all day, and you won't be able to burn fat that way. You want breaks between your meals to digest. Step 3 in the 21-day plan to fix skinny fat in 2024 is to start lifting weights, start resistance training. Now, you need to tailor this to you. If you have never done any resistance training, start with body weight, that's fine. If you're already doing resistance training, maybe add another day or increase the intensity or increase your weights. Either way, we need you to be lifting weights, low intensity, building muscle to help put that protein to use. And this is really gonna be what changes your body composition, helps you build muscle. And as you build muscle, you gain momentum, you start burning fat, because the more muscle you have, the less body fat you're gonna have. I recommend that if you don't know where to get started, join the Powerhouse. This is our online digital health gym membership for short women. It has workouts every single day to follow. They're fresh, they're new. It's gonna show you how to work out and do resistance training for your body type as a petite, and it's super affordable. If you wanna join, you can go to petitepwr.com and check it out. And we have our January challenge kicking off January 1st. You could join before then, get situated, and then get ready to do your 21-day plan with the group in January inside the Powerhouse. This is really just gonna take all the thinking out of it, okay? So you don't have to like now leave this video and go find a program to follow. It'll just have the plan, you know, like bop, bop, bop. Here's what you do. Here's how you warm up. Here's the exercises, 45 minutes or less, dumbbells at home, done. It's that easy. If you just have the plan and you only have to focus on executing it, it'll make it way more likely that you will adhere to something. When I followed and completed my first body recomp, I had a plan, a 12-week plan I followed, and I stuck to it. And obviously that starts with the first 21 days and getting that good and feeling like you get into a rhythm. So if you're not sure what to do or where to start, join the Powerhouse, and that will get you a solid plan to get started with. Step 4, stop doing tons of cardio. Stop doing cardio as your only form of exercise, and stop doing more than like 30 minutes of cardio every day. And I mean running, like when your heart rate's above 120, like anything where you're just doing HIIT or tons of jogging. It's not gonna help you beat skinny fat because it's not helping you build muscle. It's actually just, you're just losing muscle and fat, or you're just creating a huge appetite that you then eat back right after you do the cardio. Instead, do some cardio, but keep it low intensity. I love walking. I think it is one of the most underrated ways to burn fat, and it doesn't interfere with your ability to build muscle at all. So you can go on 2 30-minute walks a day, or 1 30-minute walk a day is amazing. I would say for a petite woman like me and you, about half an hour walking is 5,000 steps. So if you do that twice a day, you hit 10,000, probably over a little bit more than that because you do other things during the day. But if you wanna hit 10K steps, you can. If you wanna just do 30 minutes a day, that's a great thing to tack on to the end of your workouts or before or at another part of your day. But definitely swap out the high intensity cardio for just low intensity walking. And step count can be a huge part of beating skinny fat when it's incorporated correctly and not too intensely. Step 5 is your sleep and stress levels. And I'd also just say this is also a mindset thing. It can take up to twice as long for us short women to beat skinny fat and change our bodies. So we need to have the mindset not to work harder and more and less sleep and wake up earlier and work out harder and diet more. It should be smarter, more efficiently. And you need sleep, you need to keep your cortisol in check, you need to feel healthy from the inside out to let go of stubborn body fat. Make sure that you prioritize at least 7 hours of sleep for the next 21 days. I like taking magnesium before I go to bed. It helps me feel calm and collected, and I sleep really well. And on the mindset side of things, keep yourself accountable. Write down your daily things that you're doing, these 5 steps, and check them off at the end of the day. Figure out how to have some type of accountability for yourself. I think a whiteboard in your room works really well, or inside the Powerhouse, we have daily checklists, habit trackers, community. That is also a huge benefit to joining, is you can find an accountability partner to do the 21-day plan with you, do the challenge with you, and have someone checking in with you every day if you're looking for that. So those are the 5 steps and the 5 plans that you are gonna follow to fix skinny fat over the next 21 days. And to summarize, you're gonna eat a high protein, high fiber breakfast. You're gonna make sure you're getting 100 grams of protein a day and eating within that macro ratio that I shared earlier. You're gonna lift weights or do some form of resistance training 3 to 5 days a week. You're going to incorporate walks instead of intense cardio bouts, whether that's one 30-minute walk a day or 5 days a week, but just increasing your step count. And you're also gonna get 7 to 8 hours of sleep and find a way to keep yourself accountable over the next 21 days. So I think we're all feeling good now. Making a plan and having a plan, that feeling of it, it releases dopamine in the brain. So we get really excited, but you haven't done the work yet. So make sure you write this down. Make sure you don't just make the plan, but you write down your start date. You know what workouts you're doing and get yourself organized to start and make it realistic for yourself so you can actually see some amazing results in 2024. Make sure you try not to change everything too quickly. Tailor whatever you need in the 5 steps to yourself, because if you try to change everything at once, like no caffeine, wake up earlier, work out, drink more water, you will literally burn out and not be able to do anything. So it should just be the bare minimum that you can stick to for 21 days. That's slightly harder than what you're doing now, and you will see results. So let me know what you think of this 21-day Skinny Fat Fix plan in the comments below. It is definitely optimized for a short girl metabolism, and it's gonna get you results if you follow it. If you do decide to go on this journey, let me know how you're doing in the comments. Update me halfway through. I can't wait to see how you guys do. And let's go into 2024 creating the most powerful versions of ourselves. Please give this video a like if you like these little plans. If you found this content useful, share it with a short girl friend, why not? And I will see you guys in next week's video.